I'm Amit from Apple India, and I feel really special to be over here to talking to you about the topic of the workspace innovation and how Apple is working with GCC customers and Indian and large companies into their transformation journey. So every time I play this video, it looks like I'm at the end of the session, but it's just a start. So this video was all about the human interface guidelines which Apple follows while designing very simple and intuitive products to which reaches the hands of the users. So over the next 15 minutes, I would be sharing our point of view in terms of how companies are transforming, the GCC customers are transforming, and how Apple is partnering with them into their whole transformation journey. This is our learning and understanding by in terms of partnering with them and taking the feedback. So this is all, I will say, real inputs coming from the industry. GCC is all about India. Okay. In fact, India is also known as the GCC capital of the world. And before going to the topic, I just want to set the context as to what is happening in India. We all know there is a huge positive impact from an economy perspective. We are one of the fifth largest economy in the world. We recently displaced UK. Our tax collection and foreign exchange reserves and even the stock exchange, everything is booming. The inflation is at rock bottom these days. And when it comes to infrastructure, there is a huge impetus in terms of infra, in terms of manufacturing, in terms of 5G and telecom, which all is actually boosting the development of GCC customers and GCC companies in India. And we are seeing this particular trend that from a captive center, which we just hearing in the morning, companies GCCs are now evolving to more value-based and strategic and innovation centers. And all this is fueled by a huge domestic consumption happening in India, as well as a huge, what we say, our young population, which is actually driving it and which is also going into these organizations as a talent. I think there is some glitch in the clicker. Okay. From a Apple India perspective, taking a back seat and just sharing this input, Tim Cook, our CEO, has mentioned this in around a couple of months back in the earnings call that he's very happy with the India growth, a double-digit year-on-year growth for the last 5 years. And as we speak, last financial year, we in India, in terms of revenue, Apple India was crossed around $8 billion. And there is a huge impetus on manufacturing, which we all are seeing over here in partnership with our partners like say, Pegatron and Foxtron and now Tata Electronics. We are, last year, we exported around $12 billion of iPhones or maybe Apple products from India. Primarily it was iPhones. And as we speak, 1 in 14 iPhone worldwide is now manufactured in India, which is basically 1 in 7, which is basically a 14% of the iPhone population is going out from India. Something to be very proud of based on the Make in India initiative. Thank you. Now, why organizations go for Apple when it comes to transformation, innovation? The first reason is that we make products which are very simple and intuitive and enhances the user experience. When we talk about the user experience, the first thing which comes to us is our platform story. We are the only OEM provider in the world which makes hardware, software and services all integrated together. What we mean by that is all the products work in unison, and it helps in the entire enterprise workflow and also making the productivity more simpler. So for example, a user can start working on an email with on the Mac, and they can continue onto their iPhone, or they can start working on a particular presentation on an iPad, and they can continue onto their phone. So those are the things which are applicable from a platform perspective. Apple has been known as a consumer electronics company, and we believe that the consumerization of IT, which is happening in all the industries right now, is happening in India as well. And youngsters, and not only youngsters, but almost everybody who have been using technologies at home, now they are demanding the same technologies in the workplace. So we believe in giving the same seamless consumer-like experience into the enterprise and making it more secure, manageable and everything. The same experience story is connected to the business and revenue as well. So enhanced user experience within the organization leads to a better customer experience and hence a better customer satisfaction, and thereby better revenue or enhanced profitability for the organization. So we make products very simple and intuitive, and a lot of things goes from a design perspective, and it goes a little bit even more deeper. Not only the design and the intuitiveness and the material engineering of the product, but also at the chip level. Our engineers work in lock, stock and barrel in terms of designing those chips at the back end. And with Apple Silicon M3 and M4 and the chips which are being available onto the iPhone as well as in the iPads, I will just share this with you that we are one of the number 3 amongst the top 3 chip company in the world from a design perspective. So in the we are not just a consumer electronics company, but we are also a semiconductor and a chip manufacturing company, and we provide the best compute power for the end users, keeping in mind the user experience. And another thing is in terms of creativity or from a battery perspective. So 22 hours in a Pro, or maybe 33 hours in iPhone Pro Max 16, which just got launched today, offering you a full day performance and productivity wherever you are. There are apps which are available from a creativity perspective. So Apple platform has its own productivity platform in terms of Keynote for presentations. This entire presentation which I am giving right now is on Keynote and not on PowerPoint. Their numbers and their email and all the solution is available as a part of the operating system. From a Microsoft standpoint, the entire Office 365 suite, is available onto the Apple platform. In fact, Microsoft, I am ex-Microsoft, and Microsoft these days releases an update on the office productivity first on Apple products, and then maybe later sometimes on Windows platform or maybe on the Android platform. And for the enterprise applications, there are third-party apps like say Box, Zoom, Workday, SAP, and other ones. So this takes me to the next conversation, which is top of mind for almost everybody, which is AI. For Apple, the AI, what we are calling is Apple Intelligence, which recently got launched, announced in the WWDC, and it will be available on all the platform free of cost from this particular fall, which would be coming October. What is available in Apple Intelligence? It's just a teaser.
See, play that one song Diego sent me. Okay. Oh, how'd it do that? With Apple Intelligence. It's AI that gets you on your Apple products. iPhone, iPad, Mac, with built-in privacy. And you can make your own emoji. Yeah, make your own emoji. Make your new profile pic with image playground. Pull up a photo by describing it. Or clean up an otherwise very cute pic. You can make a movie. Your life plus a description plus your camera roll equals sweetness. Wait, Siri, when's Mom's flight landing? Oh, where are we eating after? Ah, how do I share a password? What if I forget all this stuff? Just ask. Apple Intelligence can TLDR your long messages and highlights the important ones. It can just find stuff deep in your phone, like your driver's license number or that front row concert ticket. Coming to iPad calculator. And you can just hand write a math problem. Math solves it for you. Or write something not even you can read. An iPad will clean it right up. Say what you really mean in messages with more expression, more personality, more you, now or later, from just about anywhere, even without a phone signal, because of satellites. I forgot my phone. Oh, I can just pull it up on Mac and use it.
La manzana.
Ooh, I'm gonna get another coffee. Hey, bud. Focus, focus. Customize your iPhone's home screen and these buttons. Hide or lock the apps you want to keep to yourself.
Call from dump him. Answer it?
Just shake or nod to reply to Siri with AirPods. See how much effort you've put in with Apple Watch. Whew, time to chill. Take up some space. Whoa, that's big. Revisit these cuties in Spatial. And immerse yourself with these guys on Vision Pro. Okay, there's more than 18 things. Way more. But whatever, you deserve it. See you this fall.
So believe me, the experience would have been a little bit better if you all were hearing this on AirPods, but this is fine. But point to note over here is the human angle which is we are bringing in when it comes to all Gen AI capabilities and not making it very complicated. From the same AI capabilities, I just move forward and share with you what is a coming trend these days when it comes to end computing devices. From AI from the cloud is now shifting to AI to the edge or maybe into the hybrid environment. And what is driving it? Basically three main factors. One is privacy, data privacy. Second is the latency, because everything cannot go to the cloud and then come back. And third is obviously the cost part. Not everything cannot be used when it comes to compute perspective, because there is a cost to that. So if the end compute device has a neural NPU and there is a transaction which can be done into the edge device, there is a huge saving, there is a huge time saving from a latency perspective, cost perspective, as well as from a data privacy and a security perspective. Canalys predicts that by around 2027, around 60% of the PCs or laptops or end compute device would be AI capable. We are happy to share that Apple already started this whole AI journey when it comes to edge devices right from 2017 when we launched the A11 Bionic chip into the iPhone 10. The emojis or the face recognition application which you see on the iPhones is nothing but the AI. The processing actually happens over there. No data from a face recognition perspective goes to the cloud, and it is pretty secure. And with the launch of M series chips, which is nothing but Apple Silicon, the M1, M2, M3, and maybe the next one, all of them are right now AI enabled. So net every Mac today which is Apple silicon is AI PC or a AI enabled laptop. So the entire learning from this whole user experience thing is that people do their best in the organization when they are given the right tools to work with, and that is how the productivity enhances within the organization. Coming to the reason number 2 is security, which is of a lot of importance these days. And in Apple, the security is by design. What we mean by security by design is that it is built-in security into the chip and not bolted on, and then it continues to the network, to the applications, and even to the entire operating system. A case in point is all the apps which are available onto the App Store are all sandboxed and secure. What we mean by that is no application will interact with the files of any other third-party application, or maybe it will have a right or maybe authority to tamper with the kernel of the device. And this was one of the key reasons why Macs were not impacted by the blue screen of death attack which happened and which impacted almost all of us in some form or the other very recently. This is a very important, I will say, a design or an architecture thing from a security perspective and from a robustness perspective, which Apple has thought about long time back, and now some other chip makers or the OS players are trying to emulate into that. And the last is there is you don't need to have an antivirus or a malware software third party. It is already built into the OS. And the third one is Apple devices are a smart investment, primarily because the first reason is they come with the most durable material. The material which goes into that is pretty strong. It is very rugged. In fact, the material used in iPhone Pro 15 as well as in the 16 which is available these days is grade 5 titanium, which is used in NASA rockets and the spaceships. So it is pretty rugged. It can withstand the highest amount of temperature, and obviously the heat dissipation capability is also pretty strong. So that is one, and then the design goes into that. And the third important factor is we provide free software upgrades till around say 8 to 9 years onto those devices. So what all it means is that when a user goes or maybe enterprise goes to upgrade these devices, there is a pretty high 30 or even 40% trade-in value which they get. So in net it all makes a lot of economic sense when to own Apple devices within the organizations. We talked about, I think the previous speaker did mention about the environment, and no talk or no discussion within any large company can happen without talking about the mother nature. It is not just the guidelines, but it is also our responsibility to leave a better future for our kids and to the next generation. So Apple devices help in basically reducing the carbon footprint within the organization. 44% carbon footprint can be reduced by switching to a Mac. We have seen in various companies 80% less energy consumption, 1 to 29 kg of CO2 emission, and the metric ton CO2 saving. Today, Apple Watch is 100% carbon neutral, and by 2030, I think we would be the only consumer electronics company which has committed that by 2030, all our products would be fully carbon neutral, and we are working towards that. Yes, it really deserves a round of applause. All this leads to the experience part, the security, the design, and the intuitiveness basically helps in giving a productive and leading to a productive and innovative employee, which is basically a workforce which is more engaged, which is more motivated, and thereby helping the HR team, especially in the GCCs or startups or tech companies, to attract and retain the best talent. This is what I call our own GCC, Zoho, which recently, around say 3 years back, they switched from the to the entire Apple world. And today, as we speak, around 65% of the employees in Zoho are using Mac, and around 90% of the employees are using around iPhones. And with this, they have achieved some very interesting benefits, from a support cases reduction to employee productivity to employee enhancement. And yes, they are one of the biggest, I will say, example of how to attract and retain the talent. In fact, if you all have any chance, maybe you should definitely visit their campus in Tamil Nadu. It really looks like a cool Gurukul, I will say. How do we make all these technologies, everything deployed within the organization? To make that happen, we have, I will say, army of our resellers, and they help you, the organizations, in the entire end-to-end journey, from a evaluation perspective to deployment to training to architecture, and also maybe later on to upgrade and realize the best value onto those products. Team Computer is one of our esteemed reseller in India. In fact, they are one of the first Apple authorized enterprise reseller who have been working with large companies, and there is a booth over there. We would love to have you visit the booth and also interact with us. And with this, I call upon Aayushi over here to share what his Team Computer is doing and how they can be a partner into this whole journey. Over to you, Aayushi.
Wonderful. Thank you, Amit. Thank you so much. Great. So, hi everyone. Good afternoon. I am Aayushi, and I'm the regional product manager for Apple at Team Computers. Right. Having said that, I'm very proud to introduce us as country's largest infrastructure solution providing company. Right. When I say that, we are right now at this moment, I'm thrilled to kind of be on the stage and kind of introduce us as a solution, kind of ease your life in terms of whenever you the GCC comes in, and to ease in the infrastructure, right, in terms of the technology, right. So let me give you a little brief about our journey, our presence in the country, right. We are in this industry from 3 decades. When I say that, it's been like 37 years of Team Computers being in this industry, right? We have the best part of us is we are supporting 750 plus location. Having said that, headquartered in Delhi, and we have regional offices in west. When I talk about west, it's Mumbai, Pune, and then east we are in Kolkata. In south we are there in Bangalore, Chennai, and Hyderabad. And when I talk about all of this, we are we are having our warehouses in all of this regional, all of these regions, right? We have onboarded so far 2,500 plus customers. If you can see, we are there in all the segments. Precisely, we are there in enterprise, mid-market, government, and small, right? If you talk about the members in the organization, we are 4,000 plus strong. And if you kind of focus on 2,500 infrastructure support, I mean, the engineers we kind of have situated in all the regions to kind of support your infrastructure. We have crossed 3,200 crores turnover this year, and we are aiming to cross 7,500 crores in the coming 2 years, right? This is the plan. Proudly being here and saying that we are India's first authorized enterprise resellers. We are here in this industry with Apple 36 plus year in business, and we have done somewhere around $200 million with our 500 plus customers in all the segments. If you talk about the enterprise, again, the SMBs, the startups, the small and the GCCs also, we have just initiated the business from a couple of years now. Moving ahead, services of GCC. This is the best part I can, at this moment right now. We have all of this in place when talking about serving you from asset tracking portal. We have one of the application which we have built for our for the organizations like you, wherein you can track the engineer, track the situation right there. Any kind of hiccup is there. If you want to raise a complaint, any such situation comes in, you have a tool in hand. And then we have from CRM integration to post-deployment trainings. I'm sure when it comes to Apple now, we have been kind of capturing those cases where, we are shifting all the ecosystem from Apple in an organization, and it's not that easy. We have been kind of giving them trainings, and all the trainers are Apple certified. We have been sending, to kind of ease the members in the organization from knowledge workers to your developers and all of. Having said that, taking care of your e-waste buybacks and obviously your data wiping and all of that, we are there to kind of support you in terms of your MDM, device as a service, and leasing. We have curated programs where you can purchase a MacBook or any devices per se at as low as 40K, where we have a switcher program in place so we have wonderful programs. I think we are there available right here at our booth. We can have a discussion over it. And then obviously deliveries and deployment and warehousing. So we are taking care of end-to-end services for you. Can we go next? So this is wonderful. Thank you to all our GC customers. We have been kind of grown in this industry with the help of all of these. So yeah, that's about it. And I want to kind of end it up with a little testimonial here about SAP.
At SAP, innovation is no side effect. It's actually part of our DNA. More than 70% of the world's transactions touch an SAP system. Our vision is to help the world run better and improve people's life. We fundamentally believe we need to give people the choice about how they work. At SAP, everybody can choose a Mac, because I truly believe by giving that choice, this will unleash all the potential everybody has.
One of the reasons that we love employee choice so much is, especially when we're recruiting, it provides a competitive advantage. It brings in the best and the brightest.
The experience our employees want is the same in the business context what they want on the private side. That seamless switching from one device to another, that is an experience our employees are looking for.
The culture of IT at SAP has changed drastically over the last couple of years, and Mac is a great catalyst for this. We started a conversation with our employees to understand what devices they want and what they want to do with those devices. Because Mac really combines everything. This consumer-like enterprise experience, great developer tools, but also third-party apps like Microsoft 365.
The zero-touch deployment for Macs allows for secure onboarding, whether you're at home, you're in the corporate office, or at a coffee shop.
People have exactly the same experience on the Mac that they already know and love from iPhones and iPads.
The SAP Mac community is so successful because of how much passion people have for their devices.
People can engage, share, and interact with other Mac users and help themselves without reaching out to traditional IT support.
In the community of users leveraging and using productively a Mac, we see absolutely a lower average ticket volume, which brings us a pretty significant business benefit.
What we've seen at SAP is an increase of employee satisfaction, but also IT client satisfaction. And this is just a reconfirmation of the right decision to provide choice.
Employee choice really matters because employees matter. It puts the decision in their hands and they feel more engaged and more empowered. And that's why it's important to us to offer Mac at SAP.